Hey, we are talking just in time. A great program here. And this is funny. I met Don for the first time when I came here, gosh, almost 6 years ago, and we were going to help a gentleman get his first house for his family. Do you remember that?
I certainly do. That was Jose Robles.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, it's amazing because this program is so important because as we know about foster youth in the foster system, they get older and they transfer out and there's no really help for them. And that's where you guys come in of helping them do things like get their own house, help them empower themselves. And that's what's so great. So let's more elaborate on what Just in Time does.
Well, we started about 13 years ago, and it was just what you said. Some volunteers saw that youth were aging out of the foster care system at 18, and they might have been going into transitional housing, but they didn't have furniture. They were going to college, but they didn't have laptops or printers. And the biggest thing is that they didn't have connections. So they were starting life at 18 without anybody really to rely on. And because they had been in the foster care system, they hadn't made those essential connections that every young person needs in order to make that transition. You know, when your viewers at home are thinking about their own 18, and could they move out of the house and not call back and ask for help, not move back in if they needed to when their hours got cut back, how would they do? And these young people are asked to do that. And since that time, things have gotten a bit better, but those connections are still vital to them being able to do what they do.
Yeah, and we got to mention that, again, the kids aren't just thrown out of the foster homes they're in and stuff. It's just the way that the law is made that they can't maybe stay in those homes. They still have connections with families, but, again, they do need the other connections, and that's where the empowerment comes in, especially with finances, which is a big thing.
Right. So you're right. At 18, the young people leave, and even if they're going to college, and even if they're going through that whole process, we were finding that they would get out of college, they would have a resume that they put together, they would put it on Craigslist in order to get their first job. So they didn't have those entry-level introductions where they had somebody they grew up with across the street or an uncle or anybody who could say, I'm going to help you get that first job, and I'm going to tell you what that's like. So a lot of our programs, including this Pathways to Financial Power, are about creating those connections, giving them some additional tools that they need, and really encouraging them and being a safety net and also a support for them going forward. So they don't have people who believe that they can do things, and they get that from our volunteers. We have over 600 volunteers. They also get that from each other.
Yeah, and I tell you, it's going to be a great thing for this program. We're going to find out more about it coming up. Also, too, I'm going to continue to convince Don let me pick the movie for movie night when they do it and stuff, but we've been fighting over that for a couple of years now. So that we'll also come back, Carlos and Lisa, and tell who they received money from this past year from a great event that took place. And we'll talk more to some of the people that have gone through the financial empowerment program.
What movie would you be picking? What movie were you suggesting? Recommendations were you giving, Bradley?
Well, I was talking Pulp Fiction one time, and then my next one is
foster kids.
You know,
Come on.
That's why he hasn't been able to choose.
These are older kids.
Willy Wonka would be better, I think.
Yeah.
But my new, but I know. Yeah. Okay. Stop. Okay. So, but the other one, the other one, I will talk, and I'll come up with a good one.
We'll talk.
That would be
More appropriate. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Brad.
What do you mean?
He went straight to
All
Pulp
right.
Fiction. I can't believe that.
Jeez. No, Brad. All right. Thank you.
We're talking about movie night, remember? We
Yeah,
talked about
movie
how we
night.
have
Yeah, sure.
here.
Yes.
Carlos?
Yes.
So I said, okay, not Pulp Fiction. How about The Hateful Eight?
Oh,
You know, because I said at the end of the movie, a stripper comes out of the floor. So
No.
that's awesome. Right?
No.
No.
Come on.
No.
Yes. So I was like, come on, Magic Mike comes out of the floor there. That's awesome. Come on. What more can you ask for in that movie?
And no.
So,
No.
there you go. We're having one of those days there, aren't we? So here we go very quickly. We're over here talking Just in Time's great program. We're having smiles here because this is such a great pathway to help people. When is the event?
The event is Saturday, the 24th, so it's in about another week.
And here goes, of course, two of the people who have gone through it, and there's one that's getting ready to go through it. And I want to come over. This is
Jasmine.
Ann.
Sal.
And
Hanaya.
I love it. So we come back in just a few minutes. We're going to talk about this and getting involved in this and how you are always looking for mentors, looking for people to help with these different programs, which is so amazing. So stick around. We got more Good Morning San Diego for you coming up right after this. Yes. Good morning, guys. Yes, Just in Time here in Old Town is a great mentoring program, a great, how can we say, a great help to those foster children who transfer out as they become older. As we said in 6 o'clock hour, I got to meet Don the first time, and that's when we helped a young man who was getting his brothers back together after they were separated in foster and got his first house.
Right. He actually started saving for that house when he was about 12. His brothers had gone to different placements, and he always has that as his goal to bring them together after he got out of foster care. So we helped him get that first house together.
Yeah, and that's one thing that's great about Just in Time. They're helping with finances that, I have 2 kids. I help them, but we think about those who are in foster care might not have that mentoring they need to empower themselves with finance.
Right. They haven't really handled money while they're in foster care. So a lot of the things that this Pathways event does is help them to start to be able to budget. It helps them also to fill in gaps about things like, how do I really do an effective resume? How do I dress professionally? And then learn their strengths, but most of all, create that network of people who can be a support system.
Yeah, and it's picked through a system that you guys do here. And so if you are maybe a young child out there, young boy who's going through the foster care system, about to get a hold of them, they have a lot of different programs they're having. But this is a very big one. I want to come over as we met before. This is
Jasmine.
Jasmine. And you went through the program just this past year, right?
Yes.
And what's really great is that they take you out shopping to help you buy those right clothes for your job, what you're looking for, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And what are you doing now?
I work at Ashford University as an enrollment services advisor.
And that's awesome. And then your mentor, you've been mentoring another one, so they've been working 2 of you, right? Working with you?
Correct.
So I love it. And then I want to come over here because right here, this is
Sal.
Sal, this is a great story, Sal. Sal, you came through the program also, too, and you've been doing what with your mentor?
Honestly, my mentor has really connected me with the people that he knows in the community. So because of him, I'm actually currently waiting to get my real estate license, and I'm now working at a loan servicing company in Eastlake.
Nice. And going to school, too.
And going to school full-time at San Diego State.
That's amazing. And then over here, come here, young lady, and this is?
Hanaya.
And this is great, Hanaya, because you're getting to meet 2 people who have been through this, and now you're getting ready to go through it, right?
Yes.
So, and how important is it to go through something like this for you?
Very important. I feel blessed to be in this situation.
Yeah, and this is what's great, too. This is what they get right here, a portfolio with all the information and everything. And what are you hoping to get out of this?
To hopefully meet future employers and really just be around people who actually want to see you succeed. So.
I love it. Don, come on over here because the event is taking place next week. And, again, it's filled up right now, but you're always looking for mentors. You're always looking for people to helping out, right?
Right, we are. We're looking for young people to be part of this. We're looking for mentors. We also have great partners like Macy's. We go there for the shopping. Apple One is an employment service. They for free come in and help youth with their resumes. And we have a number of volunteers who are coming to do presentations and employers who are there with jobs that they really want to hire young people to do. I
like it. All right, it's Just in Time. Information is on KUSI.com about getting involved, and they have a lot of different amazing programs they have for our foster youth who are transferring out and who need the guidance. So, Lisa, I always like coming over seeing Don. Can I say congratulations to you?
You can, yeah.
Can I?
Yeah.
So this is how important this job is to him, is that he just got married on Friday, and he is back at work this week because he knows how important these kids are. So that's amazing.
And we actually, for part of after our wedding, we watched Hateful Eight. That was our,
Did we?
Yeah.
He didn't invite me to the wedding, but we'll talk later. I thought we were friends.
We'll talk.
So we'll talk.